G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. In today's video, I will be giving you my review of the Rabbitohs versus West Tigers round 11 clash at Accor Stadium. Now, I know I'm a bit late with this, but I haven't had the chance to do a review of the game, but this is the opportunity I get to do it now. So without further ado, let's get into the game. So, game kicks off at 3 PM. I'm down there at the game. It was it was a great crowd of 21,000 and something. There wasn't really much action in the first half. The only points that were scored was not till the 26th minute. Or sorry, the 24th minute. My apologies, by Tane Mill. Tane Mill goes over and scores in the corner. 4-0, crowd goes electric, and Latrell converts at the 26th minute. But it was such a board fest for the first half. I mean, even Tane Mill almost went over again, but he was just a bit short and he went into touch, which that was really annoying, but could have made it gone over. But we held the Tigers scoreless in the first half. There was a set restart, but from the West Tigers in the 15th minute, which Rabbitohs got it. Rabbitohs got a set restart after the final pole went inside 10 meters. Yeah, there's not really much to talk about the first half. Honestly, it was just so boring. Tigers, but Rabbitohs' defense was excellent, like hold off the Tigers, but it was so boring. Even being live there with both CJ Moxley and Zane Potter. Yeah, I know I didn't mention him in the vlog, but he was there as well. He's a TikToker on Instagram, and I believe he has a YouTube channel as well. Make sure you go check him out on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. But man, first half was so boring. I even think that the first half of the Rabbitohs Melbourne game last week was a lot more better. But we get to the second half. Not till the 51st minute. There was a high shot. There was a dangerous tackle from Alex Twal, which led to a penalty goal from Latrell Mitchell out in front on our end, 8 points to 0. Finally got some score, but man, it was just so boring. It was probably the Rabbitohs' worst performance I had seen, probably since round 7 against the Dolphins in the first half. Well, it was just 14-6. Then out of nowhere, we burst onto the second half, and this is what happened as well. But it wasn't until the very end of the second half that we went over and scored, but I'll get to that in a second. We get a captain's challenge in the 52nd minute from 52nd minute. Captain's challenge from the Tigers. It was claimed they had knocked it on. They had not knocked it on, but they did. So I know I said it in the vlog. I said bullshit. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't even hear the announcement. But I just cheered with the crowd because I knew they got it wrong. When they said unsuccessful, I was like, oh, okay. That was pretty funny and pretty historical for me. But no, on to the rest of the game. It wasn't until the 72nd minute where Tane Mill is running down. There I was on the northeastern side in the borough. Tane Mill goes running over, goes over in the corner, scores a great try, scores his second try of the match, 12 points to nil. And then with Latrell Mitchell scoring, converting a great goal from the sideline. Usually the goal sideline kicks are not his thing, but he got it. 18-0, not 18-0, 14-0, sorry, my apologies. And then another minute later, the man himself, Latrell Mitchell, went over, scoring a great try, 18-0, and he converts his own goal right in front. Or so it wasn't in front, but he got the goal anyway. 20 points to nil. Then we get to full time. It's full time. Rabbitohs win, 20 points to nil. Well, it was great to see in the second half. We scored. We went berserk. It was so fun, but it wasn't a pretty game though. I mean, it was great to hold the Tigers scoreless. The second team only to be held scoreless. The other team was the Roosters when they played the Warriors not too long ago. I think that was about 2 weeks ago. But let's go over the stats of the game now. So both teams had equal percent of the ball, 50% each. Completion rates was great. 33 out of 38 for the Tigers, 86%. And then for the excuse me, 85% for the Rabbitohs, 36 out of 42. My God. With all the attack, the Rabbitohs won all of the stats with the exception of one. So we've got 212 all runs and 181 for the Tigers. Run meters 1,825 for the Rabbits, 1,619 for the Tigers. Post contact meters 584 for the Rabbitohs, 542 for the Tigers. Tigers only had one line break while the Bunnies had 6. 29 tackle breaks for the Bunnies, 14 for the Tigers. Kick return meters. Tigers had 182 meters. Bunnies had 123. They both had 6 offloads. 472 receipts for the Bunnies, 456 for the Tigers. Total passes, 259 for the Tigers, 270 for the Bunnies. Dummy passes, none from the Bunnies, 18 from the Tigers. Kicking, 24 kicks to the Bunnies, 27 for the Tigers. Kicking meters, 693 for the Bunnies, 738 for the Tigers. Both teams forced a dropout. Kick defusal percent, 100% for the Tigers, 69% for the Bunnies. Nice number, by the way. 7 bombs for the Bunnies, 5 for Tigers. 4 grabbers for Tigers, 2 for the Bunnies. Effective tackle percent, 93.68 for the Bunnies. And for Tigers, 90%. Excellent. 356 tackles for the Bunnies. 380 for the Tigers. 14 missed tackles to the Rabbits and 29 to the Tigers. We had 1 intercept. Ineffective tackles is pretty close. 10 for the Bunnies, slightly, and 12 for the Tigers. Errors, 7 to the Tigers, 9 to the Bunnies. They're improving. Penalties, so 2 penalties conceded for the Bunnies. 5 for the West Tigers. 1 ruck infringement from the Bunnies. And 1 inside 10 metres from the Tigers. And both teams used their interchanges, with Tigers using 8 and Bunnies 9. 1 set for HIA. Jairo was sent. I think he was okay. So he should be right to play next week. Yeah, HIA cleared. Sweet. Well, overall, with the wasn't the best performance for the Bunnies, honestly, but they held the Tigers 20 points to nil. They were coming off 2 wins anyway, and now we are finally in first place for the first time since round 11 2019. That's the last time that Bunnies led first place in the regular season. Which is crazy. I mean, after all the domination from the Panthers, who've led majority first place for the past couple seasons, it's great to see a new team get first place, and along with the Broncos. But what top 3 players? Oh, that is very tough to pick. Number 3. I'm gonna have to go with Cameron Murray. I think he played a great game today. Even though I think him going off early was a bit of an odd choice, but because Tom Burgess was out, he injured himself in the training session, and I think he done his back, but he should be free to play this week against the Eels. Number 2, got to give it to Tane Mill. He scored 2 tries, but both amazing tries, and he played very well. And obviously, man of the match, got to give it to Latrell Mitchell. Him scoring his own try and playing amazing as always. He was a bit quiet throughout the game, but during the back end of the second half, he stepped it up. But this will conclude my review of the Rabbitohs versus West Tigers game. Easily, possibly not the best game to be at, but it is what it is. We enjoyed first place for the time being. We just got to keep winning, because if we lose, Broncos will retake first place if they beat Penrith on Thursday night. But anyways, everyone, this will conclude the review. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. We are on the way to 1,000 subscribers. Anyways, everyone, see you all in the next one.